We shall move on with the next module, that is Turing machine. So what is this Turing machine? So it is more straightforward approach, okay, is to eliminate the stack, okay, to eliminate the stack and replace it by more flexible form of infinite storage, okay, that is a writable tape. Okay. So you're designing this Turing machine, you're making some operations keeping in mind a writable tape. Okay. So I'll show you the diagrammatic representation. So you will be having M tape, okay, tape M, which is infinite in both the directions. Okay, a tape M which is infinite in both the directions. The input to M is written on the tape. Okay, the input, whatever input you give, it will be written on the tape. How will it be written? It is written one character per square. Okay, it will be written one character per square, okay, before M is started. So before M is started, what happens is all other squares of the tape are initially blank. Okay, initially everything, all the squares that is present, it will be blank. So whatever this thing, this is finite state machine you have already studied, and PDA is push down automata. So this I will be telling in further classes. So we shall see how this particular tape works. So this particular M has a single read write head. Okay, it has only one read write head. So when M starts, its read write head will be over the blank space that is immediately to the left of the leftmost character of the input. Okay, character of the input. But occasionally, when we are designing a machine to be used as a subroutine by some other machine, we may choose a different initial specification. So this is based on the problem as per user's choice. You can take it in any specific position, but usually it will be in the to the left of the leftmost character. Okay, to the left of the leftmost character. So in a diagrammatic representation, I'll tell you how it looks. You can see a tape here. So you'll be having a tape. Okay, tape. You have squares like this. Okay. Initially, everything is blank. Okay. So now suppose think that I have A, B, B, B. Okay, inputs. So what I'll do, I will just store it here. A, B, B. Okay. So initially everything was blank. Now I have stored A, B, B. So this is M. So the read write head, initially where is it placed? So the character here are A, B, B. So what is the leftmost character here? The leftmost character is A. Okay, the leftmost character is A. Initially, the read write head is placed to the left of the leftmost character. So this is the leftmost character to its left, in the sense initially it will be placed here. So here you can see A to its left, it is placed here. And then you can use any logic and then move the read write head to and fro, left and right, and then you can design the Turing machine. So I have seen the structure of the Turing machine. So what happens? So this is the structure. So M begins in its start state. Okay, in its start state, at each step of its operation, M must do these many things. That is, once it has started, it should choose its next state, write on the current square and move the read write head left or right one square. Okay. So it should move square by square. So it can't skip any squares. So one after the other it should read. So M can move back and forth on its tape. So with respect to Turing machine, so what are the different tuples that are present? Okay, so we shall check out what are the different tuples. So in deterministic finite state machine and all, you had seen what are the different tuples and how to design it and how to write it. So now we shall see the same with respect to the Turing machine. So the Turing machine M, it consists of 6 tuples. Okay, it consists of 6 tuples. The first one is the finite set of states. Okay, finite set of states. The next one is the input alphabet. Okay, input alphabet. So when you consider the input alphabet, it doesn't consist of blank. Okay, and then the tape alphabet, which must at a minimum contain blank and have the input alphabets. Okay, so as a subset. So it is a tape alphabet which must at a minimum. So minimum it should consist of at least the blank and then the input alphabet. So subset of this. Next, the starting state and then the accepting state and then the transition function. Okay, so these are the 6 different tuples of a Turing machine. So now we shall see one problem. So we shall see one problem now. So you have to design a Turing machine that accepts 0 to the power of n, 1 to the power of n, where n is greater than or equal to 1. Okay. So we shall take the value of n. You can take any number that is greater than or equal to 1. I'll take the value of n as 3. Okay, value of n as 3. That is, here it will be 0 to the power of 3 and then 1 to the power of 3. That is nothing but I have 3 zeros followed by 3 ones. Okay, I have 3 zeros followed by 3 ones. So we shall consider a tape now. Okay, I'll consider a tape. Initially everything will be blank. Now I'll consider only this. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so in this tape rest everything will be blank. Okay, this B is nothing but blank here. So initially where will be the read write head? The read write head will be to the left of the leftmost character. My leftmost character is 0 here, to its left. So the head is here. Okay. So every time I read 0 or 1, I will change it to X and then Y, so that I'll get to know that I have visited that particular value. So every time I visit a 0, I will change it to X. Every time I read 1, I will change it to Y. Okay. So I'll just tell you how it works here for this particular example. So start from here. When you read a first 0, okay, when you read a first 0, change it to X. So you have read a first 0, change it to X and keep moving right. Okay, so note down the explanation. Okay, so when you read a first 0, change it to X, keep moving right. Keep on moving towards right till you read 1. Okay, keep on moving right till you read 1. So 0, don't make any changes, keep it 0 itself, move right. 0, don't make any changes, keep it 0 itself, move right. Now since you have read 1, what you have to do is you have to stop here. Stop at this particular position, change 1 to y. Okay, change this particular 1 to y and change the direction now. Okay, till now you were moving towards right. When you read a first 1, change it to y and change the direction, that is move towards left now. Till when you should move? Keep on moving till you read this particular x. So here keep moving left, 0, keep moving left, 0, keep it 0 itself, keep moving left. Now you have read x. So when you have read x, what you should do? Keep this x as it is. Okay, don't make any changes to this particular x. So here 0 you change to y, here 1 you change to y. So here when you read x, you didn't make any changes. Keep x as it is. Okay, as it is, and then change the direction now. Okay, change the direction. That is, you have to move towards right. Now the same procedure. Okay, same procedure whatever you did here. So the read write head is here now. It changed the direction. After changing the direction, now it has read a first 0. Okay, it has read a first 0. Change it to x. Okay, so I read a 0 here. Change this to x. So you have done changes. Then what you should do? Keep moving right. 0, keep it as it is. Keep moving right. So till when you should move towards right? Till you read 1. Now what have you read? Y. I don't want to do anything with this y. This y will remain as it is. Keep moving right. So now I have read 1. When I read 1, stop. Change this 1 to y. Change this 1 to y. Now change the direction. Start moving towards left. So what you should do, once again the same thing. Keep on moving towards left till you read x. So when you move towards left now, y, keep y as it is, move. 0, keep 0 as it is, move. Now you have read x. So what you should do, you should stop here. Don't make any changes with respect to x. Keep this particular x as it is and change the direction now. So when you change the direction, what happens? You have read 0. Since you have read 0, what you should do? You should change this 0 to x. Okay, I will change this to x. Change the direction. Y, keep y as it is. Keep y as it is. Now you have read 1. Since you have read 1, you have to stop here. After stopping, what you should do? You change 1 to y. Now this 1 is changed to y. After changing it to y, what are you supposed to do? Change the direction now. So here you can notice that all the zeros are replaced with x and all the ones are replaced with y. Okay. So you can see this manually, but the tape doesn't know. So it keeps on checking now. So it will change the direction, it will move. Y keep as it is, move left. Keep y as it is, move left. Move left. Now it sees a 0. Since it sees a 0, it sees one x. Since it reads a x, it will stop. It will keep x as it is and then it will change the direction. Okay, it will change the direction. Once again, same procedure. But in previous step, what happened? As soon as it read the x, it stopped. When it changed a direction, it encountered a 0. Now I don't have any zeros. Okay, now I don't have any zeros. So what I don't have this case now. So it will stop. It will read y. It keeps moving right. It will read one y. It will keep moving right. It will read one y. It will keep moving right. It will read a y. No more 1 it has now. It keeps moving right. So when will it stop? It will stop when it reaches blank. Okay, so I moved to and fro, that is I moved towards left, I did some operation. I moved towards right, I did some operation. So I went on doing this. So when I reached B, I will stop here. Okay, that is I have seen a blank. It means that I have visited all the characters that is present here and I have done some operation. So according to the question that they have given, I have equal number of zeros and equal number of ones because it is 0 to the power of n and 1 to the power of n. So I have reached blank and all the zeros are changed to x and all the ones are changed to y. So this Turing machine logic that you have designed accepts 0 to the power of n and 1 to the power of n. So you got to know what is the logic. Now based on this logic we shall design the machine now. Okay. So based on this particular logic, so once you are aware of this, you can draw the machine easily. So I'll tell you how to draw the machine now with respect to this logic. So what was the step here? The read-write head will be here. When you read a first 0, the same thing. Okay, when you read a first 0, change it to x and move right. Okay, when you read a first 0, change it to x and then move right. That is Q naught here. So from Q naught, when you read a 0, change it to x and then move right. Okay, this is how you write here using Turing machine. So when you read 0, change it to x and then move right. So it will go to next state Q1. Next what happened? So if it is 0, you kept it as 0 itself and moved right. So when you read a 0, you kept it as 0 itself and you moved right. So you should keep on doing this till you read 1. So in this example, I have taken 3 zeros. There can be hundreds of zeros. So this keeps on repeating. So what I'll do, I'll put a loop here. So what happened? If you're reading a 0, keep it 0 itself and move right. That is, if you are reading 0, keep it 0 itself and then move right. If you're reading a 0, keep it 0 itself, move right. Once again, you're reading a 0, keep it 0 itself, move right. So go on reading till you read 1. So when you read 1, what you should do? When I read 1, I changed 1 to y. Okay, I changed 1 to y and I changed the direction. That is, now I am moving left. So when I read 1, I changed it to y and I moved towards left. That is, when I read 1, I changed it to y and now I started moving left. Okay, so when you read 1, change it to y, move left. So I'll take it as the next state, that is Q2. Next, what did you do? So move left. So if it is 0, keep 0 itself, move left. If it is 0, keep it 0 itself, move left. So keep on moving till you read 1x. Okay, till you read a x, you should keep on moving left. So once again, there can be any number of zeros. The same procedure will repeat. Since the same procedure repeats, I'll put a loop here. So what is there in the loop? If you're reading a 0, keep it 0 itself and move left. If you're reading a 0, keep it 0 itself and then move left. Keep on doing this. When you read a x, what you should do? When you read a x, keep it x itself and move right. When you read a x, keep it x itself and move right. Then what happens? The same procedure, right? If you read x, 0, make it x and the same procedure will repeat. That is, the same steps will repeat. So what will I do? Once you reach this particular step Q2, when you read x, come back to this particular state. So when you reached here, when you read a x, you kept it as x itself and then you moved right. When you read x, you kept it as x itself and then you moved right. Same procedure. So now 0, if it is 0, change it to x and move right. So you read a 0, change it to x and then move right. You read a 0, keep it 0 itself, move right. Now you read y. So you should keep on moving till you read 1. So after changing, you will get one more case where you will get y. So when you read y, you kept y as it is and then you moved right again till you read 1. That is, till you read 1, you should keep on moving right. So now you will get one more case where you will be getting y, which is same as 0. So you have one more case here in this loop. Either you will get 0 or you will get y. Even if you get y, you have to keep y as it is and then you should keep on moving right. So y, I kept it as y itself, I moved right. Now when I moved right, I saw 1. So what should I do? If I read 1, change it to y and move left. I read 1, change it to y. So change it to y and move left. So 1 is changed to y and move left. Now when I moved left, what did I get? I can see one y here because the previous value of 1 is changed to y. So in previous case, I got zeros. So you kept zeros as it is and you kept on moving left till you read x. Now since it is changed, along with 0, you will get y also. So when you read y, keep y as it is and keep on moving left. So here along with 0, you have one more case where you can read y. If you read y, keep y as it is and then keep moving left. Carry this procedure till you encounter x. So here, this one. So when you encounter x, keep x as it is and then change the direction. Okay, keep x as it is, turn towards right. Now you have read 0, change 0 to x and then move right. I have read y, keep y as y itself, move right. I have read one more y, keep y itself and move right. Now you have read 1. So when you're moving towards right, you have read 1, change 1 to y. Okay? Change 1 to y and change the direction now. That is move towards left. So 1, change it to y and move towards left. Once again the same thing. Y, keep it y itself, move left. Y, keep it y itself, move left. Now you have encountered one x. Since you have encountered one x, you have to stop. That is x, keep x as it is and change the direction. That is change it to right. Now when I reached here, when I changed the direction, I'll come back to this state. So from Q0, I am reading 0. That time I'll keep it as x itself. But are you reading a 0 here? No, you are not reading 0 because all the zeros are replaced with x, all the ones are replaced with y. So here you have got a new case. After changing the direction, you got y. So when I read y, I will move to one more case now. Okay, I'll take one more case as Q3. So from Q0, I will get one more case. That is, if I read y, I will keep it y itself and I will move right. If I read one y, I'll keep it as y itself and I will move right. There can be any number of y's. I will be keeping on moving towards right. So y, keep it y itself, move right. Y, keep it y itself, move right. Y, keep it y itself, move right till you read blank. So here this procedure repeats. That is, if you are reading Y, keep it Y itself, keep moving right. Keep on repeating this procedure till you read B. So when I read B, I will stop. So when I read B, I will keep it as B itself and I will simply move towards right. So when I read B here, I will keep it as B itself and then I will move towards right. All the zeros are changed to X, all the ones are changed to Y. So 0 to the power of n is equal to 1 to the power of n here. So it has reached the halting state. That is, it has reached the accepting state now. So once it has read B, you have the final state Q4. So this is the machine that you have designed. So the Turing machine that accepts 0 to the power of n and 1 to the power of n. Okay. So we shall write the tuples now. So we have 6 tuples. So we shall see what are the 6 tuples. Okay, the first one. So I'll write the 6 tuples and then seeing this Turing machine, I'll tell you what are those. So the first one is the states present. So Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So altogether I have 5 states. Next, the input. So what did you have? 0 to the power of n and 1 to the power of n. So my inputs are zeros and ones. The next one, it can consist of blank, it can consist of the input that you have taken here and then the values that you have considered to replace. So I have 0, 1, I replaced 0 with x, I replaced 1 with y, I also have blank. And then which is the starting state here? Q0. Which is the final state here? Q4. So out of 6 tuples, 5 tuples I have written. What is the remaining one? That is transition function. So how to write the transition function? Using this particular diagram, you have to write the transition function. So I'll tell you how to write the transition function. So you have to write the transition function with respect to all the states here and all the characters that you have considered here. So I'll take one at a time and tell you how to write. So first I'll consider Q0. Okay. So transition function. So here Q0. So from state Q0, when you read 0, what was the transition that took place? So from Q0, when you read 0, you went to state Q1, you kept x as it is and you moved towards right. Okay, this is how you write. So I'll tell you once again. So from Q0, if you are reading 0, okay, from Q0 if you are reading 0, you are going to state Q1. What are you doing? You are changing it to x and you are moving towards right. So I'll tell you one more. I'll tell with respect to Q1 here. So Q1. So from Q1, when you read 0, what is the transition that took place? So from Q1, when you read 0, since it is a loop, it came back to Q1 itself. So from Q1, when you read 0, it came back to state Q1 itself. 0 was kept as it is and the read-write head moved towards right. So similarly, with respect to Q1, from state Q1, when y was read, okay, when y was read, since it is a loop, it came back to state Q1 itself. y was kept as it is and then it moved towards right. Similarly, you have to write with respect to q1. So with respect to q1 here and 1. So from q1 when you read 1, so from q1 when you read 1, the transition is it went to state q2, it went to state q2, 1 was changed to y and then it moved towards left. Likewise, you have to write for all the states considering 0, 1, x, y and then b. So look, I have written all the transitions. So with respect to all the states, okay, q0, q1, with respect to q2, with respect to q3 I have written. You have one more state q4, you can see in the Turing machine, but from q4 you don't have any other transitions. Okay, so I have written all these things. So the same thing I have written in transition table. Okay, so transition table, what are the different states that you have? I have 5 different states, q0, q1, q2, q3, q4. And what are the different characters that you have? 0, 1, x, y and then blank. So according to whatever you have written here, you can fill this. So for example, I'll let the first one. So q0, okay. So q0, when you read 0, it went to state q1, kept x as it is and moved right. The same thing is written here. So q0 and 0, q0 and then 0. So from state q0, when read 0, you have this thing, q1 comma x comma r. So I'll tell you one more example with respect to q0 and y. So you can see here. So q0 comma y. So you have q0 here, you have y here. So q0 and y. So this intersection point, you have to fill this particular block. So q0 and y, what are you supposed to fill? It is q3 comma y comma r. So q0 y, q3 comma y comma r. Similarly, with respect to everything, fill the transition table. The transition table looks like this. So at the end, q3 and b. So with respect to q3 and b, what do you have? q4 b r. q4 comma b comma r. So with respect to q4, do you have anything? No, with respect to q4, you don't have anything. So just put a hyphen. So you have written all the 6 different tuples. So in the question, after designing the Turing machine, they have asked you to show the moves that accept the string 0, 1. Okay, so you should show the moves that accepts the string 0, 1. So in this question, they had given 0 to the power of n, 1 to the power of n, equal number of zeros and ones. So you can see that I have 1, 0 and 1, 1. So it is accepted. But I can't directly conclude that it is accepted. According to the table that you have got, you should prove it. Okay. If the table is correct, 0 and 1, everything, all zeros will be changed to x, all y's will be changed to y. You will be left out with the blank character and you will reach the final state. So I'll show you how to do the moves here. So 0, 1 is the string that is given. Okay, 0, 1. So what is the starting state? Starting state is q0 here, right? So initially the read write head will be to the left of the leftmost character, to the left of the leftmost character, that is here. The starting state is q0. So I'll write here q0 and then I have 0 and then 1. So q0, to its right, what do I have? To its right I have 0. So q0, when it reads 0, what happens? So q0, when it reads 0, what happens? When it reads 0, 0 will be changed to x. So in between you have written. So 0 will be changed to x. It will move to right and the state is changed to q1. Okay. So q0, when it reads 0, 0 is changed to x. So whatever is in between is the replaceable character. So 0 is changed to x, it will move towards to right, and the next state is q1. So here q0, 0 actually it is changed to x, 0, this one will be changed to x, and it is moved towards right. So moving towards right in the sense q0 is here. With respect to 0, I am doing some operation. It is moving right in the sense it will appear here. Q0, reading 0, move right, change 0 to x. The next state that you are getting is Q1. So write it in this way. So after changing this, 0 is changed to x. State moves here, that is it is changed to Q1, and then 1 remains as it is. So it looks like this. Next, after q1 what do you have? So after q1 to its right I have 1. So state q1 with respect to 1, what happens? So in between you have the character that is replaced. So when you have this, 1 is changed to y. So 1 will be changed to y, and it is moving towards left. So q1 was here, okay, q1 was here, so it will move left by one box. So one character here, okay, it will move left, and what happens to the state? State will change to q2. Okay, so 1 is replaced by y, this is moved to left, and then the change state is q2, that is q2. So here you have q2, this is x. What happened to 1? You had changed it to y. Okay, you had changed it to y. Next, q2. So after q2 you have x. q2, when you read x, what happens? So in between x, keep it as x itself. X, it remains as it is. You are moving right, and the state changes to q0. So here q2, what happens? You are moving to right. This x will remain as x itself. The state is changed to q0. So it is q0, this one x will remain as it is. So it is moved to this position. So it is q0, and then y will remain as it is. Next, after state q0, what do you have? Y. So with respect to q0, you have y here. Okay. So when you read y, what happens? Y will remain as y itself. It moves to right, and the state is q3. So here q0, when it reads y, it goes to right. Okay, it moves to right. Y will remain y itself, and what is the state name? It is q3. So here next I have x, y will remain y itself. After moving towards right, the state is changed to q3. Okay, so this is done. Next q3. After q3, what do you have? It is blank. Okay, it is blank actually. That is 0, 1. Beginning also you have blank. At the end also you have blank here. Okay, so here at the end you have blank. So what happens here? q3 and then blank. So when it reads blank, it moves to right. Blank will remain blank itself, and the state will change to q4. So it moves towards right. This blank is blank itself, and the state is changed to q4. That is x, y. So this blank is as it is. State is changed to q4. So after q4, what do you have? So it is, everything is blank right here. So it is blank itself, but q4 is the accepting state here. So with q4 you don't have anything. So it means that all the zeros are replaced with x, all the ones are replaced by y. So once everything is done, you have reached blank and then you have reached the final state. So since you have reached the final state here, the given string 0, 1 is accepted. Okay. So you have reached the accepting state Q4. So over that you have a blank here. So what does it mean? The string 0, 1 is accepted. So in case if you have 0, 1, 1, so number of zeros and number of ones are not equal, so you will not get this particular final state. Okay. And then whenever you get moves here, suppose think that in this case, after Q2 you have X. So Q2 and then X. Suppose think that here you got Q2 and 1. Okay, Q2, 1. So when you check the transition table here, Q2, 1, you don't have anything here. Okay, Q2 and 1, you don't have anything. It means that you have made some mistake while writing the Turing machine, drawing the Turing machine, or you have made some mistake while writing the transition table, or you have made some mistake while showing the moves here. So be careful while solving the problem. Okay, this completes this particular problem.